Welcome back. I'm Mr. Rankin. We're going to go through Chapter 6, Foreign Direct Investment, or FDI. And a couple of terms. FDI stands for Foreign Direct Investment. MNE is a multinational enterprise. The key thing when you hear foreign direct investment, you should think of ownership, because that's one of the key advantages. Three key advantages of foreign direct investments. First of all, I have ownership. So I have something of value. So the book talks about a viral model, which means I have a product or something that's of value. People will pay for it. It's rare. It's not easy to imitate. And I've put some organization or structure around it. To the degree I have these four things, something of value, something rare, something hard to imitate, something that I've put some structure around and organized, I have a very valuable product or firm. And you can rate on those four different variables how valuable my overall ownership is. The second key advantage of foreign direct investment is my location. I'm going to be located, if I do a foreign direct investment, close to the customer. I'm going to have skilled labor. I'm going to know the laws, the regulations of the countries, etc. The third advantage is what's called internationalization, which means if I'm in the country, I'm going to be aware of the rules, the politics, and it's going to minimize my potential for market failure. So three key advantages to foreign direct investment. Number one, ownership. Number two, location. Number three, internationalization. Now, if you compare foreign direct investment to, say, licensing, some of the advantages of the foreign direct investment is, first of all, it's going to minimize what's called my dissemination risk. My dissemination risk is simply somebody can take my recipe. If I've licensed it to it, there's, legally I can set up some constraints, but, they can give it to a friend, and a friend can open another store, etc. Foreign direct investment, because you own the whole thing, you tend to have much tighter control, and you can minimize the dissemination risk. You can't eliminate it, but you can minimize it. So the effect of foreign direct investment, first of all, there's the effect on the host or the recipient country, the country we're going into. The biggest benefit to them is they get capital, money invested in their country. They get technology. They get jobs created. The biggest cost is they potentially lose some of their sovereignty because a foreign country is coming into their country. And they also, all the profits from that firm are going to be returned to the home or source country. On the flip side, some of the benefits to the home country are, obviously they wouldn't go there if they weren't going to generate some earnings. It increases their exports, and there's some learnings that they learn for further international expansion. Some of the costs, obviously they're going to have a capital outflow because they're going to take money that they might have invested, say, in the U.S., and now they're going to invest those funds in, let's say, India, for example. And there's going to be job loss at home because we're putting that plant or those resources in a foreign country rather than our home country. So those outline some of the effects. Now, a couple political views on foreign direct investment, and there are three. One is a very radical view that says, it's evil, you shouldn't do it, you're taking advantage of other countries. That's sort of the radical view. Then there's sort of a free market view that says, no, everyone should freely trade, there never should be any interruption. And the third one, what most countries practice, is some sort of pragmatic nationalism. They're not totally free trade, certainly not totally radical. They're somewhere in between, which is where most countries fall. Now, some nations take a very aggressive recruitment of MNEs. For example, India, China are very aggressively recruiting multinationals to come to their countries. So that's a quick overview on foreign direct investment. Have a good week.